Morning, folks. How you doing? I know it's been a little while, so just thought I'd do a little check-in with you. I don't think I ever showed you guys the bike, so there you go. We could go into detail on that some other time, but anyways, get it all cleaned up. I gotta move it around. We're changing locations here, and then I'm getting in the spirit here for the holiday weekend with the X3. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up here, and then we got a little stuff to talk about out the truck and a little bit of work to do. All right, and just like that, we're at the truck, and I think it's time to swap out that filter on that Davco. I mean, it's got a little life in it, but right about there is when I like to do it. So we might get into switching the fuel tank. The one thing I wanted to show you, if you guys don't have locking gas caps with the way diesel is, when times get like this, I put my little tattletale pieces on there on each tank. I just take some Scotch tape from the cap to the tank, and then I mark it with a thread checker or paint marker, and you can tell if anybody's gotten there with your fuel tanks. So something to think about if you guys are wondering, don't want to spend the money on locking caps. At least you know. All right, let's get in here and see if I got everything to do the fuel. Okay, so this is my Davco filter kit. This is what I use to do mine on a 379. I mean, you have zero room to deal with, right? So I got my bucket I keep in the truck, so I can do all this right on the side of the road if I have to, right? So I can drain that, and then when it comes time to refill, I use this to, you know, go on the top there and get it filled back up. So we'll bust everything loose and put a new filter on there. Alrighty. I like things to be a little cleaner usually when I do this, but for the sake of this video, it's fine. I kind of just screw that cap back down there a little bit, just so it's on there. My left hand isn't exactly working here like it ought to be yet. There we go. Oh boy, I just barely stopped draining that at the right time. That's fine. You can see how black that thing is. Is it showing up? Yeah. Alright, I could have drained just a little more out of there, but now we'll get the new filter on there. Okay. Starters, we'll take my O-ring. I got a little grease here, right? I like to grease up my O-ring real good. Helps for the seal, right? So if you're out on the side of the road, you know, get you a little grease from a grease gun. Grease up your O-ring there. Clean off the bottom lip of this. Junk come off there. All right, so first things first, just so we have this all ready, we'll put my O-ring on my housing so it's ready to go. Be sure this isn't stuck down in there, because a lot of times when you take the old one off, it'll stay in there. Then you go jam this one on there and everything screws up. No good. So make sure that's out of there. There's your new one. All right. And it's such a tight fit here on a Pete that sometimes you gotta move everything around a little. There you go. And I just make sure that it's all straight in there. All right. There we go. Okay, see, you can can see now what came out of the bottom of my Davco, so that's the junk I'm talking about. Okay, bottle full of fuel. My bottle tip or funnel or whatever you want to call it. Make sure that's open. So there you go. My fuel came back up. New filter. That's how I do it. It takes about 5 minutes, man. You can do it anywhere on the side of the road. So, all right, moving on. Shout out to all you guys: Henry Bob, Justin Snow, Dan Terlecki, JP. God, the list is on. Firebird, everybody, all of you. Thanks for being here. Just a short update for you. And a lot of new subscribers out there, so thank you. Appreciate you being here. And as far as the oil field update, I mean, look, I think everybody knows. On the last video, I asked you to let me know in your comments what you thought of that video, and not a whole lot of people did. So I think that everybody at this point knows where we're at, right? I think everybody knows that nothing is the way it should be. So if my health situation wasn't the way it was and I was perfectly normal, I could have traveled north for some work, but probably still may not have. It's just not what it should be, bottom line. I'm just now getting back on my feet after my last little episode. I should be good to go here the next day or two. And we'll see what kind of works out there. I'll keep you updated if that happens. So yeah, there's not a whole lot to update you on. Lots of jobs out there and lots of hiring for infrastructure, building, you know, pipeline crews, roustabouts, rig hands. They can't find rig hands, so they're trying to train new rig hands like crazy. So rig hands, floor hands, you young guys, roustabouts, no problem. Tons of jobs out there. Here again, Employ the Blocking Facebook page, you know, if you guys are looking. So it was good checking in with you. Y'all be blessed. We'll see you.